Well, speaking of falling in love with a dancer, and you mentioned you were single, so you are single now. You're not dating anyone, Larsa.
Mm-mm, no, I'm single.
What is your type? Like, what are you looking for in a man?
I feel like I like sensitive guys. I just learned that. I'm like, what are all the characteristics that I like? I feel like I like sensitive guys.
So for the one straight man out there that is listening to this right now, Larsa likes sensitive guys. What is your type? Like, if you just had to pick someone, whether they were available or not, like I just
I really,
recently,
I really don't have a type. That's
you
the crazy
don't?
thing. I don't have a type because when I think about it, like I really don't have a type. Like I go from a tall black man to like a short white guy. So I really don't have a type. I'm just kind of like, I think if you have like a fun personality and you're easygoing and you're smart, then I'm more likely to like want to like talk to you more.
Really? That's so nice. Like, so you don't have like a specific like physical type.
No, I feel like I thought I did. I mean, I feel like a lot of athletes like me just because I'm like in shape or whatever. And I feel like I've been in that circle for so long. But I do feel like I don't really have a type. I feel like I like smart guys,
If
smart, sensitive, cute.
based on like a personality that you see like in Hollywood, like is there anyone that kind of not whether they're available or not. Like I had Countess Luann here recently. She didn't even let me finish the sentence. She was like, Bradley Cooper, and Bradley Cooper. I'm like, I see you've thought about this, Luann. Like anyone in Hollywood that you just comes to your mind.
I mean, I feel like I think Brad Pitt's cute, but I don't know. I do think Bradley Cooper's cute also.
Those are
Uh, yeah.
those are two good choices.
Mhm.
Do you have a lot of, like you said, like athletes and like now that it's like officially out there that you're divorced, like have your DMs been filling up?
I feel like yeah. I mean, it's always kind of popping in my DMs.
Do
Yeah.
you do you ever slip into someone else's DMs?
Um, I just had this conversation earlier. I feel like the only person I've ever DM'd was Elon Musk. And well, I DM'd him for like cryptocurrency advice. I was like, hey, should I buy some Doge or not? Like it was a business thing.
Listen, if you're going to DM anyone for business advice, it might as well be him.
Yeah.
Did he get right back to you and did he give you good
I just did
advice?
I don't go through my DMs all the time. I go through them once a week. So I feel like a lot of people that send DMs, they like assume that you've already seen it, so they delete it. So I'm not deleting the DM I sent him. I'm just gonna leave it there until he goes through his DMs. But no, I just sent it a week ago. He probably hasn't even looked at it.
Well, if you get any good crypto advice, please pass it on to the rest of us.
I will forward it on to you.
What about, we mentioned Dancing with the Stars, you mentioned you being single. Would you ever do something like, a version of like The Bachelorette or like a dating show? I mean, I know you're busy with the Real Housewives of Miami and hopefully you're going to be on the show for a very long time, but would you ever do a dating show like that?
Um, I might. I mean, I would maybe. I don't know. I feel like doesn't that make the pool just way bigger? And that way, couldn't you find like the perfect guy in the least amount of time? Because the pool just instead of like it'd be like a crash course, right? Like it'd just be like, I think so. Maybe it might work.
And I mean, I think they really do work with you and sit down and say, like, what are you looking for? Even if you don't have a type, like, you say sensitive. I think they really do try to go out of their way and like have a pool to start with that's already been pre-screened.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I feel like when Scott and I first broke up, I feel like my manager did call and ask me if I would ever do one of those shows, and I wasn't ready. Maybe today, this is our year, David. It's 2022. We are about to take over, so I'm not going to limit myself and say no. I'm going to say maybe.
I like a maybe. Well, before we move on and I ask you more questions about your jewelry line and the Real Housewives of Miami, speaking of dating, I have to ask, and we are going to move on after this question, just because you seem to know her more than the rest of us. Like, what do you think of Kim and Pete Davidson?
You know what? If they're happy, I'm happy.
I mean, he seems very laid back. So do you think that's what she needs, like in the next person she dates?
I mean, I feel like when people are happy, like it shows, and I feel like they're happy. So that's all that matters.
Such a good answer. Well, tell us about your jewelry line that you're working on.